think I am. Well, we'll take it from there. I don't need that on. All right. I am attempting to share Pro Tools for the first time. I'll show you what I'm doing. No one's watching anyway. It doesn't matter. I've downloaded. I'll do it this way here. How about that? We'll do this. Yeah, sure. Share sound. Okay. So I downloaded this app called Voice Meter Banana. And it is supposed to route things as I want them routed so that you can hear my Pro Tools. So let's open up Pro Tools. Where's Pro Tools? Pro Tools. Why am I sharing that screen? I should be over here. Stop sharing. I'm still here. Sharing this screen instead. Ah! Bastard. Come on. Just share the screen, damn it. Okay. Mucho mejor. So anyway, that's the smoking banana here. And you can see my this microphone right here. Hi. Now somebody's texting me. This microphone is routing routing into, this is the voice meter app. So like Windows doesn't have, if I were using a Mac, this wouldn't be required. You could do the routing from your DAW. And what I'm trying to do is I record all my audio on Pro Tools, which is a digital audio workstation. DAW, which is a software application, has been around for 100 years. Not 100, but longer than most. Longer than probably any of the others. And it's the best and the standard, but it doesn't stream well. So what I'm trying to do here is, and so it doesn't, and especially on Windows. So I had to download this extra app in order to allow me to route audio around Windows and around Pro Tools the way they didn't want to be routed. But I think I got it. So I had to select my input device here. So right here is the input device, is this microphone I'm talking. And then over here, as I select where I want it to go, and you can see this is B2 over here. I call it zoom is B2. So going in there, coming out there. Then in the Zoom app, I had to select some kind of routing situation. Well, I'm not here to educate. I'm just testing. You got to route it in Zoom too. You got to select the voice meter aux inputs and outputs. All right, I think it works though. So like, let's see. So I'm gonna go to Pro Tools, and I'm gonna open up my song West Side Ride, because it's a song that's on my forthcoming album. What's the name of the album? Blue Light After Party, and it's a bunch of groovy tunes. And this is one of those groovy tunes called West Side Ride, inspired by the west side of Manhattan, driving on the West Side Highway in Manhattan. You're driving along at nighttime. You got the river in Jersey over there on your left, and the GWB's up ahead, and it's summertime, and the top's down, and just a groovy scene. And that's what this song sounds like. All right, this is giving me errors because I told it I told it that I was using a different thing. I'll show you in a second. No, I don't want a detailed report. So this is why I think it's going to work. So Pro Tools in the hardware. So hardware, see, you can see there, look at that voice meter. So what I had to do in order to make all this thing work was go to Playback Engine. And after I installed that voice meter app, in addition to my normal driver, which is this UMC ASIO driver, that is the normal, that's what Pro Tools wants to use. But then voice meter went and installed these guys in here, and I picked voice meter aux virtual ASIO, and I think it's going to work. So let's try it out. Let's try it. Let's see. Where am I? Do you see everything, right? Why is it only Now you do. Ah. All right. Okay, cool. So that works. What did I do? What? It was Pro Tools. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know it did that. That's pretty cool. All right. Anyway, so now we can mix. Let's see. So what I'm doing, this song's done. I've finished recording it. And this is kind of my process. So I go and I've done all my tracks. Everything's here. You got your audio and your MIDI and all the rest, right? And now I got to dump it. So I'm going to dump it to my buddy Kilo. So what I do is I kind of submix things, you know. So like see all these percussion things, congas, bongos, claves, eggs, all that stuff will be one track. I'll submix it down to percussion bus, right? And then with Pro Tools you can commit the track, a bus, and then it'll take all the stuff you had sent to it and turn it into a WAV file. It's very cool. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. So I might as well just go through what I do when I do this. This is funny. I've never really talked to myself while I was doing this before. I don't know if anybody's watching. That's pretty weird. So I was texting my buddy Kilo there to see if he wants to join me. We'll see. So what I do is I mix these tracks, and then I will dump them down and send them as stems over to Kilo, my business partner and friend and collaborator. And he will mix. I do a mix, and then he kind of does another final mix and master, and then that's the end of the song. So I record everything here, sitting here in this room or around here. So like the congas, let's see. So like for instance, piano, any of the MIDI stuff, the piano keyboard stuff, I record right here. I don't know if you can see it. I can't actually see. Where's my screen? Where's my screen? There we are. Yeah, okay, cool. So there you go. What do we got here? All right, cool. So I record all the stuff. Why is it doing that screen? So weird. Something strange happening here. Okay, that's what I want. All right, so I record everything here. So you'll see the bass, for instance. Do you see the bass? Where's the bass? There's the bass right behind me. There's my bass and acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitar. Here we got acoustic guitar here. I'm not sure why I'm showing you all the instruments. There's your acoustic guitar. All right. We're not going to do the rest. You can look around the room and see. Hold, please. All right. Let's see here. So anyway, I record everything here in this room. So you got your electric guitar. Which electric guitar is that? Let's see. What guitar am I playing? That's my Strat, I believe. So, what am I doing? All right. So anyway, yeah, so you can see I got a bunch of audio tracks and MIDI. You know, I've edited, I've fixed things up, I've cleaned things up and everything. So it's all chopped up and messy, and I can't send them to Kilo like that. So I got to do this, right? Well, so I've already done all my editing, so I know these tracks are good. I do have one question about my acoustic guitar. guitar. I think it gets funky right at the end. Let's try it. I gotta turn it up. Not that one. Not that end. I think I hit a sour note in here somewhere. That's also some clunky shit. What's all that fumbly shit? Actually, it was all right. You know what I need? I need spectrum analyzer. This is a great EQ that I have from an English company called Tone Boosters. Okay. Okay, guitar. Calm down. Yeah, this is a good EQ that I have from this English company called Tone Boosters. I've got this big echo because I'm doing the live music for musicians. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope I'm not, or I don't even think anybody's there, but I hope I'm not just in silence. There we go, spectrum analyzer. All right. What I want to hear is that acoustic guitar by itself through a spectrum analyzer to see if, because there's a couple like funks, and I want to see where they are. I don't need that shit. It's all 100. All the that's like my hand hit the side of when I'm soloing. So, cool. So I'll go here and I'll see what's at 100. See, I don't need all that. Well, I don't want to take too much out because I like the bass and the elsewhere there. So, what if we could do this? Can I just... Shit. Oh, this thing. All right. Maybe I could do this. These things are weird. Let's go to 100. 100. 100. We probably don't want to take it all out, right? But you want to make it skinny and bring it down. And bring it to 100-ish. I think that's where we are. All right. You know, now I'm thinking I should just take... let's get rid of that. Plan B. But it's not as... Yeah, this... See, it sounded real loud, you know, when it was soloed, but I have it real loud right now. That's where it is. Ah! Stop. say, because I've already done all the editing. So what I'm going to do is say the tracks are done. So what I do, as you can see, they're all messy. Meaning, they're not consolidated, excuse me, and such. And when I export, they have to export them all as WAV files. And in order to do that, I have to turn the MIDI files into WAV files. So in Pro Tools, you do that by saying commit. Now what that'll do is not just turn it into WAV file, but it'll also, and I commit the audio files too when I dump them. Oh, and it reminds me, I have to save. So right now it's saved as well. This is the master track, right? This is the master session. So I'm going to save it separately as dump. And that tells me that this is the session I used to finalize it and send it off to Kilo. So see, all these are different plugins I have here on each track. These are my tracks here. And when I commit, it'll finalize all those. It'll commit all those as well. So I'll say commit, and then this will turn to WAV file, and all those plugins will disappear because they are applied to the track. Let's see, shall we? So that's what it's doing. It's rendering audio. There we go. There's our, and then now all the plugins are gone. But the send, so I do a send over here to the reverb, which is somewhere right next to it, right here. I usually put them over here. I usually put the sends down by the end. I'm not very organized about these things though. So let's put all the drums together. See, I had it better already. Okay, leave it alone. Piano, we'll put with the organ and the piano together down here. All right, so then I want to, you can do the same thing when you can commit those MIDI tracks and WAV tracks. Now you can also commit buses. A bus is like a track that you send other tracks to, right? And so, or a send, right? So for instance, I've got this. I've got a send. I've got a bus called reverb, right? And on that, and what that is an aux. When I create a track in Pro Tools, new track in Pro Tools, you can choose what kind of track you want to create, mono or stereo, and all these other things that nobody uses, and or audio track, which is flat, straight up analog audio. Well, not analog, but audio track, or aux input, right? Which is it's a bus basically. It allows you to send things into the track, so then I can route other tracks to that. Or a master fader, which is this guy over here. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. This guy right here. And again, more things that people don't use. So this one was created as an aux input. So I'm going to say commit. I should say that I have no training whatsoever, and I don't know what I'm doing aside from just using this software for like 30 years. So if I do anything wrong, go read a book, I guess. It's not my job. I'm just mixing a song here. Not my job to tell you what to do. What's up, man? All right, well, let's see. Okay, so I just committed my reverb. See, and now it's got, that track is going to be literally all the reverb. It's pretty cool. So that's the reverb I'm sending from all the other tracks via this right here, where it says send A3 is bus 56, bus 56, bus 56. I'm sending all those things to reverb. And all those reverbs are now just right there on that track. So what that means is I can get rid of the bus sends. Remember, I saved the track as a dump, right? So I'm not screwing up my original session. But now I've got all my reverbs sent, so I can get rid of all these sends. I don't want to confuse things and accidentally send things to tracks now that I don't need to. So I'll turn all those inputs off, right? All right, so there's the reverb, and then I'll rename it. When you commit a track in Pro Tools, it puts that .cm extension on the end, so I don't like the look of it, so I usually change it to something. That's why I had it called verb, so I could change it to reverb after the fact. All right, now I'll just go down the line. Same thing, organ, right? So this is I play I put a lot of organ tracks on my stuff. I like the organ. So let's commit that. And see, I said organ MIDI because, again, you can see, oh, I can't do it now. Too late. But it's a MIDI track, right? So let's go back to it. I'll undo. Undo. Okay. Now I hit Control Z. That's an undo thing. So let's see. This is my organ track, right? So I'm going to take and I'm going to say, and on the organ track also, da la 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 la. I've got all these effects. Same deal as before. When I commit it, all the effects will go away, and that MIDI mess that you saw will turn into a nice wave file, and I will eat a pistachio. All right, cool beans. Now we'll just rename the track organs. It doesn't say MIDI and it doesn't say commit or anything like that. Piano, I already committed, so I'm going to rename that piano. All right, so then so cool. So my percussion, right now I do not have a percussion bus. So I will say, usually, I don't know what I was thinking I was mixing. Usually when I do the percussion, I will create the percussion bus first, send all the percussion to it, and then just put the effects on there, and I'll do EQ on individual tracks so you can see here my congas, right? So I got my EQ on my congas, I got my EQ, and that's just all ear, you know. I mean, the congas are right there, right? So I use the same congas all the time. I put this mic and another condenser mic above them, and I basically record them the same every time. So I have some kind of preset EQ settings where I know what my congas sound like, and then I gotta tweak it from there because mics move and things like that. So anyway, that's my EQs on the conga. But then, so on these tracks, I put compression stuff in the individual tracks. I don't know, just wasn't thinking, I guess, when I was doing it, or just didn't, I don't know when I did it. But anyway, I don't have a bus set up yet. So what I will do, because I would normally have have a bus, put the effects on that, the compression, a little bit of reverb, and then kind of have a room sound for the percussion. But everything sounds great right now, so I don't want to screw it up. So I'm not going to redo things. I am, however, going to create just a blank percussion bus with no effects or anything on it. Stereo, and this has to be aux input. And then I'll say create, rock on. All right, so now we're going to, didn't I just call that percussion bus? Okay, do it again, percussion bus. So now I got to pick an input. I'll say 7 and 8. Nobody's using 7 and 8. Bus 7 and 8 is my percussion bus. I'll put that over here. And now everything that's percussion, I will change the send to 7 and 8. See, that's what this is, the send. You got your input and your output here. So I'm not send, output. So I'm going to change the output to bus 7, 8 on the congas and the bongos and the clave and the eggs. It's the little egg shaker, this guy here. That's what the eggs are. And I should say with clave. Claves are these guys. They're just 2 wooden sticks, but they sound awesome. So you'll hear through that song. Let's see. That's all it is. Just me sitting here in this chair doing that. All right, cool. So, this is how I do everything. All right, so the eggs are going. The piano is not percussion. So what do I got? Congas. What, guitar clean. Okay, that's it. That's all the percussion. So now that I got all the percussion sent there, right, I can say commit. Okay. Well, first let's look. See, now we can look and see percussion bus is nothing. There's a yellow line going there, right? Because there's nothing recorded there. It's just audio being routed to an empty track. But when I say commit, the computer will say, let's route all that audio to that track permanently. And basically I just bounce those tracks to this one track. And there's other ways to bounce it. I'm probably doing it wrong, but this works great. So, so that's what I do. And then I can get rid of these tracks. Because again, the whole point of this exercise, right, is to clean up my tracks so I can send as few and as clean and good sounding audio tracks to Kilo for mastering as possible. So I get rid of these because now they're all good. Hide and make inactive. That's the thing you do. You can look over on the left of my screen. You see a bunch of crap there. When I say hide and make inactive, these things will be, I think, become italic, right? You can see them right there. I can move away from Mike. You can see them right there. They're italic, and you don't hear them or see them anymore, but I can bring them back if I want to. All right. People got to stop texting me. I'm broadcasting here. What's next, Rabbit? There. So the percussion bus, I'm going to rename it. Percussion. Reverb, organ. Okay, these are all done. Piano's done. E-piano, electric piano. That's like my favorite non-guitar instrument is electric piano. I love it. Love the way it sounds. Love playing them. So same deal. I'm going to commit. And actually, when you commit the other tracks, the software ProTools automatically hides and makes the originals inactive. So you don't actually lose, even though it says commit. You don't lose it. You'll see like E-piano MIDI is the name of the track. When I say go, it will become E-piano MIDI commit, and then E-piano MIDI will still be over here, italics. It's just hidden, and I can always turn it back. I can just go show and make active, and there's my track around. And so if I screw it up, I can just start over, but I don't want it. So hide and make inactive. All right. There's electric piano. Rename that. I call it Rhodes. That's what I always use, a Fender Rhodes sound. Excuse me. Hats. That's pretty self-explanatory. I don't use, most of the time when I do most of my stuff, I play, all my drums are electronic in a sense, but because I'm playing, I mean, not the percussion, the congas, all that's real, but like drum kit. I have a drum kit, but I'm not a particularly good drum kit player, and it's a very old beat-up drum set that doesn't sound great. So I play on, I'll show you. I play all my live drums on these pads here. These are my drum. That's my drum set. And, but I usually play them live. So like I'll do another, screw my camera all up doing these funky things. Hold on a second. Got to get my shot. There we go. So when what was I saying? I usually record the drums live, but I was on the pads like this. But and this particular song, I just did loops. I just had a couple, because the whole idea of this new record was so like on the Blue Light Sessions Volume 1 and Volume 2, the idea was I was intending to make a live band. I was pretending to be a live jazz band or a live kind of, but not modern jazz, like old school, kind of like Havana in the 50s or something. And I tried to make it sound, so I played every instrument live and did it as live as I possibly could. And then I did that in Session 1 and Session 2. And then the after party is supposed to be a little more fun. It's like some of it's live jam. It's an after party, right? So there might be a DJ, there might be people playing or whatever. So that with that in mind, a couple of songs use drum loops, a couple of songs use a little more synthy sounds, and it's fun. But it's mostly the similar idea, a little less, strictly kind of Latin rhythms either. Also a lot of maybe almost more like a kind of 70s New York City kind of cop show theme songs and stuff. This one is very New York City. It's not 70s cop show, but I don't know what it is. I just dig it. Anyway, I'm on a tangent, as always. Let's commit our hi-hats here. Commit. There we go. All right. This is kind of fun. I mean, I don't. It gives me an excuse to talk to myself. That's what I do all the time anyway. So at least now I have some kind of pretend reason to talk to myself. Kick. Don't hide and make it. Commit. All right. This is enthralling stuff. You could be watching baseball, but instead you're watching me commit Pro Tools tracks. I don't know, what the heck, Guitar Clean. There's one little blurb. Let's see, what is this? All right, let's solve it. That is nothing. You go away. Oh yeah, that's the thing. The weird thing about when you bounce those bus tracks, they seem to go. They don't. They don't mute. They don't just keep playing. No matter, you'll solo one track and then they keep playing. they don't get it. But let's see if I have to commit anything else. I do. Guitar electric. There's all kinds of stuff going on with that guitar. Got fancy with the guitars and the acoustic. So let's commit them both. Okay. Group texts, they're fun. All right, let's see. And we're going to call that acoustic. And I'm going to call that AC guitar. Okay, I'll call this one. Oh, I got to do it first. And commit the electric guitar. Excuse me. Fortunately, no one's looking, so no one's watching, so I don't have to. I don't know if you are. Are you watching? Am I even broadcasting? Let's find out, shall we? Where is that? What do we got? I could probably see this too, huh? Where's the old YouTube studio link? Where's that? Gone. Well, okay then. Where'd it go, man? YouTube. Oh, we'll go to YouTube anyway. Well, face all washed out. Let's see. That's not even me, man. I mean, it's me. It's not the static dive. Static dive. There we go. What the heck? View channel. There we go. Am I live? I have no idea. Live. Oh, I believe I believe I might be. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, in any case, that was useful, huh? What do we got left? Bass. Commit the bass. Let's see. I got to rename the bass so it's something original. I'll call that, and then commit. Commit. How long is it? Oh, how am I? People. All right, here we go. Bass is committed. Get rid of the click track. Don't need that. Hide and make inactive. Rename the bass to bass. So what do we got? Oh, I get rid of the master too. So like when I'm mixing, I learned this from Kilo. Like I'll kind of master while I'm mixing, even though I don't master, because especially because I like to. So all I do is I just put little a spectrum analyzer. This is kind of an AI master bus EQ, and then this old school Waves Ultra Maximizer as a kind of finisher there. But I don't release things with this master on it. I just do it on all my SoundCloud songs. I use that. But when I put stuff out professionally, on the streaming services and such, Kilo masters that. So, which is the point of this exercise. I'm preparing these tracks to send to Kilo so he can master them. So anyway, hide and make inactive the master. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me rename this guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 individual tracks, which is probably a lot, if you're sending stems, but Kilo doesn't complain, and he makes it sound good when I give him what he needs there. So let's see. Now, so what I got to do now, this is neat too. So some of these tracks, ProTools has a lot of funny little settings. Some of these tracks are either samples or ticks, right? So you got to set them. That's how it measures. So whether you want for instance, I will set the audio. That's what this is for, right? So what do they call it? The elastic audio setting. So let's say I've got a guitar track, right? Or that wasn't a guitar track. Where's the guitar track? There we go. So I got a guitar track, right? All right. Right now it is set to samples, which just means I just recorded it and I didn't do anything with it. I didn't have to. It means the computer is not trying to quantize it or anything like that. But if I wanted to change the tempo of the song, which is the most typical reason I would have to use this function, right? Let's see, right now the song's at 128. Maybe I wanted, 132 or something. So I first would have to go to the audio tracks and set them to ticks, and then say whether they are polyphonic, rhythmic, monophonic. So there's the guitar, it would be polyphonic, right? And then the computer figures out basically all of the digital bits and bytes and how they correlate to the tempo, and everything's in its place. And then when I stretch or squeeze the audio, it adjusts the tempo and the timing of it without for the most part, without distorting the audio. It doesn't make it higher or lower. And sometimes if you stretch it out too much, you get kind of weird squeals and digital noise. But for the most part, it does a pretty good job. So anyway, but that's how Elastic Audio works. It's not what we're doing right now. I'm turning Elastic Audio off because clearly I must have changed the tempo on some of these. Oh, these are the MIDI tracks too. MIDI tracks are automatically ticks. So when I convert them to audio, I have to then change it back to samples. And the reason for switching it back is that when I want to export the tracks, which I'm about to do now, excuse me, I have to first consolidate them. ProTools, it just says it wants you to consolidate them. When you do that, they all have to be the same type of track or they won't consolidate. And then when I do an export, it'll eliminate the tracks that are not, and if one of these kids is doing his own thing, he doesn't get to come along. So I've got them all set. I'm gonna go consolidate clip. Bada boom. Bada boom. There we go. And now I export. All right, take note of the tempo. 128. And so you can't see my hands. I'm not going to move my mic again, but yeah, I'm doing a, what am I doing? I think it's good. Control Shift K, right? Yeah, Control Shift K. Shift Control, whatever. And so if I've got all the tracks I want exported selected, and I've done the consolidate, and they're all the right kind of, they're all the same type of track, all that's true, then when I do Control or Shift Control K, this window will pop up and I will choose the destination. Where do I want to send these files? So this is G Drive is my Google Drive. I want to send them over to Kilo. So I'm going to put them in a folder to which we both have access. In this case, it's the new Static Dive album. That guy. West Side Ride is the name of this tune. So I create a folder for the tune. I say, and I'll create a folder called Stems. Oh, Stems, right? And then use current folder. All right, I think all things are in order. I hit export, bada bing. Right, pretty sweet. So now I just want to go to my folder and see, get over here, get over here. Oh, I can switch the audio, no, I won't do that because that's fun. I'll play some song after. Who are you talking to, Bob? All right, let's see. The G Drive is where I put it, and I want to look at it in the House of Static and in the Static Dive. And it's not the name of the album, Blue Light Session Volume 3. I got to change that folder name. West Side Ride, there we are. And then stems, I should have 10 files, items, 10 items. There we go. Acoustic guitar, bass, comma, guitar, hats, kick, organ. Right on, right? That was 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you very much. The reason for this, double checking that, is because of what I was talking about before. If I did it wrong, I would not have all the tracks. I would get like 9 tracks, and Hilo would call me and be like, yo, where are the drums? So that's not going to happen now. All right. I think let's listen. Now that we've completed our task, let's listen to the song one last time, shall we? This is West Side Ride. to change that. All right, I'm going to break the vibe for a second because I want to put the master back on. It sounds better with the master. And that'll be a fun way to kind of see the difference here if I can see. So what I'm doing, you can see over here on the left side of my screen here, I'm looking for master. It doesn't really go in alphabetical order or any order that I can see, so I just look. Show and make active, and here we are. And now I'll have a little more, you know, presence, volume, beef, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's do it. Where is it? Go, Bob. All right, I think we're done. Well, the last steps of let's stop sharing. You know what? What I'll do? Let's save this. while I'm doing what I'm doing, groove out to no. Do I want to? Okay. Well, yeah, sure. No. Come on. We'll groove out to Celestial Blues. I'm not going to mix this right now, but I just like the fact that I got Pro Tools working. So I'll play this quietly while we prepare the tracks for Kilo. So this is a cover of a song by a jazz dude named Gary Bartz. It's called Celestial Blues. Andy Bay sang the original vocal. Far better than I do. And Gary Bartz is a saxophone player. And I don't have any saxophone players. So this is my guitar piano version. Alright. On this old jazz tune. Well, we must get closer to the end of life. See, this is another one on the where it's got a drum loop. A lot of the other, most songs are still all live drums. This one is a good example of what I'm talking about. You'll find it lifts your spirit high to the sky. All the other percussion live bongos and all that. That's pretty cool. This is awesome. Let's see what I'm ready to do. Oh, the mic is making this crazy. That's Celestial Blues. Let's see. Before we wrap, I need to send Kilo an email. That's what I'll do now. That's me. Why am I looking at myself? All right. God, that's so bright. White face. I mean, I'm Irish, but man, that's some pretty bright stuff. I've just been tempted. Okay. Why are you giving me a hard time? Just open my... Oh, come on. Just not working now, huh? Just don't want to work. Gmail. Alright. And we'll talk to the heavenly body. That's groovy. Why can't I send an email? What the hell? Holy Moses, what is going on? I just want to send an email for crying out loud. That's weird. All right, well, I'll have to end it, and I wanted to send you an email. All right. Why is this so loud? Check. All right, well, we're going to shut all that down. I don't know why that's so loud all of a sudden. I just got it cranked up too loud. All right. I don't want it. I want it to work. What the hell? All right. Come on. Try a little more Lou Rawls than Lou Reed. All right. Keep that playing for a minute. I want to see what the heck is going on. Because I want to finish that process up. I want to send an email to Keto. Get closer to the essence of life, but be aware that excursions why things are going slow. The stems are uploading. Okay. See, these stems are still uploading here. So that's why I'll prepare the email. But Kilo won't, I can't send it until they're uploaded. Or otherwise, he'll think I'm just sending him like 3 files. So let's copy the link. That's why it's going so slow. It's uploading 10 40 megabyte or 30 megabyte tracks. Because the song's like 3 minutes. You know, you got, generally speaking, WAV files are 10 megs per minute, and MP3 files are 1 meg per minute, 10 to 1 compression there. So, about that. So anyway, that's a rule of thumb. So I can see, by that, I mean, I can look at the file size there, and it says 32.8. That tells me it's a 3-minute song. Not that I needed to know, but if I did need to know, I would know. All right. Now, I always do this wrong. I get the wrong link, and then he just gets like a bass track or something because I'm an idiot. All right. I think that's it. West Side Ride on the way. Oh, let's see. Sometimes if we're collaborating, like at this point, if Kilo was going to add to the song, I would also tell him that it is in the key of G major. But he's not. It's done. He's just going to mix and master it. So I just need to tell him the BPM, and that, even though he's not not going to, probably not adding. I mean, we might, when he gets it, we might be like, oh, it needs a beat here, or it needs this here, and then we do more. Or he'll suggest like, hey, we should speed it up a couple notches or whatever. So when he makes those suggestions, he first needs to know what the current tempo is. So it's 128 beats per minute. All right. No, wait. I got to see if so refresh. I know there's more than that there now. Come on. Come on now. No? It must be almost done, though. If I could count, if I could have back all the hours I spent waiting for computers. I'm a computer guy when I'm not a music guy. So I spend a lot of time doing that. Staring at things like that on the screen. All right, I'm going to just send the email, but it's going to be uploaded in a minute. Of course, I'll regret that, and he'll call me, and it'll be uploaded, and he'll call me in 30 seconds and be like, yo, all the tracks aren't there. So I'm second-guessing myself now. Let's see. What do we got? All right, I'm impatient. I'm going to send it. Boom. And that we will call the end of this enthralling video that you witnessed of me mixing a song. But I've enjoyed it, and as I said, it gives me an excuse to talk to myself without thinking I'm completely insane. So thank you very much for that outlet, and have a lovely day. Back again for another stem dump soon.